somehow right. That's all time. That's all time.
Derek Jeter is top 3 shortstop.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Listen to this. This is Tanks and Tutties presented by Tubbs and Frankie. I might be low energy today. I'm not sure. I'm kind of back and forth, you know. I got home. Excuse me. I've been drinking a lot of pop. I got home and I hit the couch and I fell asleep. And then Frankie texted me, and here we are. That had some good energy there, so we're gonna try to keep it up. We got a couple segments today, and then a fun little giveaway as well. We'll hit that at the top here. But first, we want to start out. No Dynasty update. Did not play last. Oh, first, I want to apologize for missing last week. I was supposed to record a solo episode. Frankie was out of town on vacay. Well, partial vacay. He'll get into that. But I was supposed to record, and I fell asleep. And this time, I slept late. I slept till like 7:30 or something. So no episode last week. So that's on me. But it would have been quick anyways. But yeah, in other news, we did not play any college football. Frankie was out of town. Congratulations to him. He's engaged. Congratulations, Frankie. That's some phenomenal stuff. My two best friends engaged. Very happy. Very happy. Go ahead and run through that if you want. Tell us about your week down there or over there. What would it be? It's down
Straight
there for
over.
me, but we'll go with over there in Charlotte.
Yeah, so Paige and I went to Charlotte for the week, had some wedding venues and apartments to look at. We are moving there in December. And then Friday, I had her family, my family, and one of our best friends, Josie, come down and had a photographer, proposed. We are now engaged. We booked a wedding venue, which was great. All in all, awesome weekend. Very exciting. And yeah, I'm excited to move to Charlotte. I'm excited for a wedding in the future. I'm not going to release my wedding date yet. It kind of seems weird. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel that different. We've been together for almost 5 years now, and I think we both kind of expected to get engaged and have a wedding. So it doesn't feel that different. There's a ring, but
good.
That was all.
Oh,
you were going to say something.
I was going to say, what were the nerves like when we got down to that knee? Were we pretty nervous? Were we confident? What was it like?
So honestly, the morning of, I was more nervous. And I think it was just the fact of like trying to keep everything a secret still. So then Friday morning, I was like, hey, I'm going to go to Einstein's Bagels, pick up some breakfast, and then come back here. I was supposed to be working Friday. Went to Einstein's. That's where her friend Josie was. I picked her up, brought her back with the food. Paige kind of was expecting it. It was funny. After we got back, she's like, yeah, I literally took a Snapchat in the bathroom, like in the mirror at 9:29, and it said patiently waiting for Josie to arrive. And we got there at like 9:35. So she had some inkling that it was happening. And then once I got to the park where I was doing it, pictures phenomenal, by the way. Guy that did it, shout out him, shout out Logan. He did some great pictures. Once I talked to him, once I talked to the family, like I wasn't nervous at all. Like I wasn't expecting her to say no, so I was pretty like, okay, this is gonna be fine.
That would have been kind of funny.
Yeah, nerves were pretty much gone by the time I got down on the knees. So. But it was fun. Got to hang out with family for the weekend, the rest of the weekend. Got to hang out with some friends for the rest of the weekend. And then this weekend, one of the friends here, classmates of Paige, is throwing a get-together, like engagement party for us with a bunch of her classmates. So that should be fun. Looking forward to it. So.
Nice. Well, good. Speaking of other big news, I think you can talk about your giveaway that you're going to run, if you'd like.
Yeah, sure. So we probably have a bunch of new listeners this week. I have been... Ooh, connection's a little spotty there. I've been invested in this DFS coin. I'll go way back to the beginning here to kind of give some details. There's a guy that I follow on Twitter. His name is the DFS Kitchen. He does a bunch of lineups for daily fantasy sports, whether it be basketball, hockey, soccer, baseball, football, all of the above. Really great guy, great lineups. I've made very decent money off of his lineups. So, but anyways, he launched a crypto coin. Never invested in crypto coin in my life before. And so I threw in $100 or so. It is up massively. I've been riding it for the last 2 weeks or so. Just my portfolio alone is up 1,500, almost 1,600%. Today alone, the coin is up 117%. It's got a great following, great group of people behind it. A lot of people are buying in, just holding it out. The fact that when I bought this, it had like 6 zeros to it before the decimal place, and we are down to 1 0. It is up to 2.5 cents right now. Just kind of shows where this thing is going. So to kind of build some traction on this, get some more people involved and let them have a chance to make some money, I'm going to run a giveaway for some of this coin. So to enter this giveaway, all you have to do is give us your favorite March Madness future, whether that be an Elite Eight future, Final Four future, National Championship future, anything that you can get from the from the March Madness tournament, college basketball future. Give us your favorite pick, whether that be on Twitter when I post this tomorrow morning when this podcast released, in our YouTube comments, and you will get a entry into the random giveaway that I will announce later this week. If you provide proof of holding some of this DFS coin already, like if you already have bought in and are holding this, I will give you another free entry. And then I'm going to give away 2,000 DFS coins, which right now is approximately $40 right now. That may grow. That may be worth more by the time I announce the winnings. And I've got some set aside to do this a couple times. So right now I've got 9,500 coins sitting off to the side to do some giveaways for this. If you missed out, you're not too late. You can get in this giveaway, make some money this way. Trying to grow a great community. It's going to be fun. So like I said, favorite March Madness future on Twitter or YouTube comments, get an entry, provide proof of holding this already, get another entry, and I will pick winners later this week. So,
and get in there if you haven't. I'm salty that I missed it. And even the last time that I noticed, I missed it, I could have got in and still made some good. And I'm pissed that I didn't. So
I will say, it's been a wild ride. Especially never being in crypto before. I was like, I don't really know about this. Kind of waited a couple days to see how it went. Got in on like day 4 or 5, something like that. It's crashed a couple times, nothing huge, and the dips have literally been eaten up in like an hour. It's to the point now where people are selling off like $2,500, $3,000 worth of coin. And it's barely doing anything to the actual coin price. And then it's just skyrocketing right past where it was. So really fun, great opportunity. Everybody gets to make some money.
With that, let's move into locks and long shots. Frankie, don't forget the top 5 we're going to do. I totally forgot to make my list, so I've been slowly doing that. So make sure you do that while we're going here. Our top 5 today is sports movies. If we've done that before, I apologize. I just watched a couple sports movies over the weekend, so I was like, man, let's rank them. But anyways, locks and long shots. So last week we had Purdue plus 2 weeks ago, Purdue plus 2.5 at Michigan that ended up hitting. They lost by 2. This week, I'm trying something fun, and I think I might make it a thing for my locks and long shots while we're not in football season. I asked ChatGPT for some picks. So let me put my phone down and actually pay attention here rather than rank movies. So our pick tonight for locks is Celtics minus 11 at the Raptors. That is courtesy of ChatGPT. So I said, give me a sports betting lock tonight. And then, I can't provide specific betting advice, blah, blah, blah. I can't help you analyze matchups. So I said, NBA. And then they said, got it. Let's look at tonight's matchups. And then do you have a specific team or do you want to look for a general recommendation? I said, give me your best recommendation. Spewed up a bunch of shit, and then they go, given the Celtics' strong form and favorable matchup against the Raptors, they're a solid choice. So we're going with the Celtics minus 11 at the Raptors, courtesy of ChatGPT. I also have a personal pick with my own brain. Luka under 31.5 points versus the Mavericks. Revenge game, all that good stuff. He's not scoring 32. He might put up 25, but LeBron's going to need too much because, it's a revenge game for LeBron. He's playing Kyrie because LeBron's LeBron. Long shots then. Locks, by the way, 9 and 12. So we're getting back. We're getting back. Long shots 2 and 10. Not good. Last week we had Purdue money line plus 124 at Michigan. They lost. That was a good win for Michigan. However, hurts my long shot record. So this week, just one long shot, courtesy of ChatGPT. So I went on to say, can you give me a long shot you think could win? ChatGPT says, for a long shot pick, I would say the San Antonio Spurs against the Pelicans could be an interesting one. Then I gave a bunch of points, and I said, that's good enough for me. So Spurs money line plus 124 at the Pelicans. Also, that's disgusting. Wemby's done for the year, and it's the Spurs versus the Pelicans, who are shitters, but no Wemby. And I don't know how the Spurs have been without Wemby. I know the Pistons have been waxing them, but we got to trust ChatGPT. So I think each week I'm going to have a ChatGPT pick as well as my own, and we'll see if I can beat ChatGPT. Maybe we'll do that. I better throw out a long shot of my own. Nah. We'll run it this way, and then next week maybe we'll start tracking ChatGPT versus Jake. So you can go ahead with your locks and long shots whenever you're ready there, laggy.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking up some sports movies to get a good basis, but we're back now.
Right there too.
Yeah, locks 6 and 9, nice. Last week, 2 weeks ago, we had Purdue plus 2.5 versus Michigan. That was a W, lost by 2. We had Tennessee money line versus Kentucky. Unfortunately, they lost. And then Eastern Michigan and Ball State over 148.5. That did hit. We don't remember the score, but I do know for a fact that went over. This week, 2 college basketball picks sticking on the court. The hardwood, we're going Florida minus 6.5 versus Georgia tonight. If you're listening to this already hit. Hopefully you got on it as well and made some money. And then we're also going App State versus Georgia Southern under 138.5. This is just a disgusting, gross game. Both teams don't like to score. Take the under. Long shots, 4 and 17. Record doesn't really say much considering I throw out a lot of golf picks. Still open. Wisconsin win the Big Ten at plus 1,700 in college basketball. This looks pretty good. Don't want to pat myself on the back too early. Don't want to count my eggs. But it does look pretty good. Plus
is that regular season or tournament?
I wish I had real money on it. No, that is tournament.
Gotcha.
Big Ten tournament does get wild, though. So last week, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, I don't really care at this point. I had Scotty, Morikawa, or Ludwig to win. Ludwig did win. That was plus 240, so that hit. Obviously, I had Morikawa, Jason Day or Sungjae Im to win at plus 700. That obviously didn't hit. And then we had Purdue moneyline versus Michigan. Lost by 2. So tough loss there. This week, I'm throwing out 1 future and 2 golf picks. The future is North Carolina to miss the tourney at plus 120. If North Carolina didn't have the name North Carolina, they would not be in the tournament. As of right now, they're quad 1. They're like 1 in 10 in quad 1. It is disgusting. They can't win any big games. Anybody of any type of quality. It's so bad. They don't deserve to be in. I hope they miss. Plus 120 feels like a steal right now. If they lose a couple more games, they're probably out. And then the 2 golf picks, kind of a shitty field this week. I haven't done much research on it, but I know some guys that are playing well. So I'm taking Sungjae, Jordan Spieth, or Ben Griffin to win at plus 1,100. I really like Spieth and Sungjae this week based on the way that they have been playing. I'm not sure how the course fits them too well, but it's the start of the Florida swing, and I'm pretty sure Spieth is I think Spieth usually gets pretty good on the Florida swing as well as Sungjae. So we'll kind of see how that goes. And then Nikolai Højgaard, top 10 plus 450. Everybody's been talking about Rasmus Højgaard, his brother. But Nikolai's been playing pretty good. And I believe it was either last year or 2 years ago. I was very high on Nikolai. So hoping that he can weak field, get up there in the top 10. So that's what I'm running for long shots.
Putting another Højgaard top 10 is crazy after what happened last time.
It's his brother, so he can't fuck me over. If he does, both Hoy guards
now.
are banned.
All right, let's do some Immaculate Grid, and then we've got some NBA and NHL to talk about, and then we're just going to do the top 5, and we're going to call it a week right there. Quick episode, but not a whole lot happening. So we're going to kind of ease back into these segments, and then we'll get back to our hour episodes, but we'll have a quicker one here. So let's go ahead and share screen. This messed us up the last time really bad, so I hope it goes smooth.
Yeah, if it doesn't, you can just stop sharing, and then I have it up as well.
Okay.
So,
all right. So we've got Texans, Jets, 3,000 yards passing across the top. Going down, Browns, Panthers, Ravens. Should we knock out the easy hitters, like the 3,000 yards passing?
yeah, that's fine.
All right. Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
Oops. I've got a crazy one for Carolina, but it's like risky.
Okay.
Jake Delhomme.
It's your favorite.
Yep. And
Our other option is Cam Newton.
Pretty confident. Cam Newton's too chalk. I refuse to put Cam Newton. I'll put Bryce Young before Cam Newton.
I mean,
I'm just kidding. Bryce Young hasn't fallen through.
If you're that confident in Jake Delhomme,
I'm doing Jake Delhomme.
Okay.
He definitely had some 3,000. Like, look at, he played for 12 years.
That's
Bang.
fair.
Bang. Excuse me. Golly. Ravens 3,000. You got Flacco. Ooh, do you think Trent Dilfer did it? No, he's scarier than Delhomme because I knew Delhomme. Delhomme made a Pro Bowl, so Trent Dilfer didn't. But Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl, so it's like, did you really not throw for $3,000?
I feel like Flacco may kind of be on the back of people's minds, not like their first thought in this one. I don't know why.
It's early. Let's do Flacco to get some guarantee here.
Okay.
31. We'll take that. All right, Jets and Browns. There's a receiver there. Corey Davis. Did he play for the Browns?
Elijah Moore.
Elijah Moore. That's a good one. Good pull. Elijah.
By the way, if you see me looking down at my phone, it's because the chef, the DFS guy, just posted his lineups. So it's a grind.
So he's gambling. Jets and Panthers is Robbie Anderson, right? Or Chosen? Robbie Chosen? Did he play for the Jets?
Yes, I believe so.
There's a running back there too, but I'm pretty confident. Robbie Chosen. Yep. Good. Jets and Ravens.
There's another receiver there too, not Plaxico.
Plaxico's a throwback.
Oh.
Do you think Darrelle Revis went to the Ravens? I know he kind of got shopped around at the end of his career.
I feel like he did. I'm not 100% on that.
Let's wait on that. We'll come back. Yeah. Texans, Browns, you got anything there? Oh, well, there's an obvious one, but
I was going to say.
I think that might be it. I think we have to. That might be it.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's the gimme. Texans, Panthers. Texans, Panthers. Texans, Panthers. Running backs. Wide receivers. I can only Panthers is so weird for me.
Did Mike Davis ever end up on the Texans?
Not on the Texans, no. I also don't know if I have anything for Ravens, Texans either. Looking ahead. I want to say Earl Thomas. Let's throw out Earl Thomas because that'll be a crazy percentage, I think.
Okay.
Earl Thomas. Fuck. I think I clicked the wrong Earl Thomas. No, that was the right one. Fuck, I thought he played for the Ravens. Watch this.
You're frozen.
I'm going to go to Wikipedia right now. I bet you his practice squad.
Sharing.
Huh? Oh, okay. Stopped the sharing. Oh, he only did Ravens and Seahawks. Who am I thinking of? Ed Reed, maybe? Are you better now?
Yep, we're good now.
Ravens and Texans. I was thinking Ed Reed. God dang it. Well, I just cheated, but that was going to be my next one. So I'm putting Ed Reed for Texans, Ravens. Damn it.
Okay.
Jets and Ravens. I mean, we're 8 out of 9, so we can just throw one out. You know what I'm thinking for Texans, Panthers? Josh McCown.
Sorry, what are we having
Hello.
left?
We have Texans, Panthers, Jets, and Ravens.
Can you hear me?
Texans, Panthers, Jets, and Ravens.
Okay. Jets and Ravens.
I think you need to maybe close down things on your computer.
Yeah, I'm going to close down Discord right now.
I'm going to put Josh McCown definitely played for the Jets. You think he went to the Ravens and backed up Flacco? Oh, Flacco for Jets and Ravens. Oh, we can't use him. Oh, he didn't play for the Jets either. Or did he?
Le'Veon Bell? Did he ever get to the Ravens?
Jets and Ravens, yeah. Yep. Good call. Who was Jadeveon Clowney for Panthers, Texans? I didn't know he played for the Panthers, to be honest. Who else for the Panthers, Texans is the only one. Jake Delhomme. Deonta Foreman. Oh,
okay. There was the running back.
Yeah. Taylor Heineke for Texans, Panthers. He played for the Texans for one. He played in one game. He threw one pass attempt in 2017. Oh, Deontay Johnson. Panthers, Texans, apparently. Okay. Really? Deontay Johnson was on the Texans this year?
Yeah, for right at the end. It was very short.
He played in one game, 2 receptions for 12 yards. Then he went to the Ravens. Or no, he was on the Ravens first. So Ravens, Texans, he would have worked. Panthers, Texans. Damn. All right. 8 out of 9. Not bad, I guess. So we don't normally talk NBA, NHL, but we have some interesting stats. To start with, we'll start with, wow, your picture's never been clearer. I don't know what you shut down, but your shit is running smooth.
It's because I muted Discord.
There you go. So Detroit has the chance to have all 4 pro major sports teams make the playoffs in a year for the first time since guess what year?
Oof.
I don't know the exact, so just ballpark.
I'm going to say 90. No. 06? No.
1955.
Holy shit.
So we were talking about this at bowling last night. By the way, whatever you did, you need to do every week because your shit is smooth now.
Okay.
So for those new listeners, if there were any of you from the giveaway, thanks for sticking around, and we got it figured out for next time. Anyways, so 1950s. We were talking about it at bowling last night. I'm like, how is that possible? Because, 2012 was more what I was thinking. I'm like, okay, the Tigers made the World Series. The Red Wings were still making the playoffs every year on the streak. I said the Lions weren't bad. They had Stafford. And then the Pistons. I'm like, the Pistons. I was like, they were not bad. Well, it turns out the Lions missed the playoffs that year. I think that was Matthew Stafford's hurt year. So then you go back, then you're thinking okay, 06, Tigers made the World Series. Well, the Lions were bad in 06, really bad. So then you go back 90s, and you're like, okay, Barry Sanders, the Red Wings, but the Pistons were bad after the Bad Boys for a little bit, missed the playoffs. So yeah, it goes all the way back to the 50s, and then the Red Wings were bad, and the Tigers were bad. Oh, the Tigers were atrocious in the 90s too. That was the other one. They were terrible. So yeah, first time since the 50s that all 4 major teams in Detroit could make the playoffs. So obviously the Lions did, the Tigers did. The Pistons now have won 7 in a row. Cade Cunningham is so fucking good, and we got nobody's scoring buckets. They could be future stars like Oster Thompson and Duren, but we got Dennis Schroeder out here dropping 20 points against the Hawks. Did you see the final score of that game, by the way?
No.
Pistons Hawks ended up like 165 to 160 in regulation.
Jesus.
It was outrageous. That could be wrong. It might have been 146, 140. Either way, it was like damn near 300 points, I think. That's what it was. But yeah, Cade's averaging like 30, 38 and 2 or something like that. And then, yeah, I don't remember his first name. I still can't watch the Pistons because I refuse to pay for $20 a month to watch my teams. But I think, is it Malik Beasley?
Yeah.
Yep. Cue the ambulance once a week for the new listeners. That's a weekly thing. We had a car alarm while we were getting ready. But yeah, Malik Beasley's just the greatest sharpshooter that nobody's ever heard of. He broke the Pistons record for threes in a game. Was he?
He was pretty decent on the Bucks for a bit. Well, he was a good role player. I shouldn't say he was pretty decent.
And he's a role player on the Pistons, but he came in and he broke the Pistons record for threes in a game. And he just, every time I see a clip of him, he's just banging a three. So they're fun. The Wings are in the playoffs as well. I've been tracking them a little bit more. They've been on fire, actually, until Saturday. Saturday, they were up 2. I was watching the game because it was on ABC. It was an afternoon game. It was like 1 or 3. I can't remember. So I was watching, and they were up 2. And I was with Sid and her sister. Her sister works for the Tigers, right? But the Tigers and Wings are connected. They're owned by the same family. So they share employees all the time. So she's been working Wings games. Well, the Wings, if they lose a few more games, then she's fully committed to the Tigers. There's some weird thing in her contract or something. Once the Wings hit this many losses, you can jump ship to the Tigers, because she was just down in Lakeland for spring training. But anyway, so she's like, oh, I hope they lose this game, and I only need them to lose 3 more until I don't have to work there. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, can you stop? Like, I want them to win.
Yeah.
It's my team. And it really wasn't making sense to me how she doesn't have to work if they lose, because I'm like, playoffs aren't for, a month or 2 or maybe 3. I'm like, so how does this correlate? I was like, the Tigers are going to start here soon, and then you're gone anyway. So I was like, stop. Anyway, so they were up 2 with like 2 minutes to go. The Wild pulled their goalie and then scored right away on the 6-on-5. So then I looked at both of them. I was like, yep, it's going to overtime. Sure as shit, another 30, 40 seconds later, Wild score. And then in overtime, they won the game. So they blew a 2-goal lead, most dangerous lead in all of sports. We all know this. So then Sunday, they're playing the Ducks. They're up 4-2. And I'm like, ooh. Or maybe it was 5-3. Either way, 2-goal lead. I'm like, uh-oh. Same thing as yesterday. Different goalie, though. So I was like, ooh, maybe not. Nope, they blew a 2-goal lead. This one, though, was a little bit sweatier. They gave up the goal with 1.5 minutes left to make it 4-3. And then the game-tying goal was with 20 seconds left. But then in overtime, Patrick Kane buried the game winner, so it was all made right. But, yeah, both teams look very good. They look fun. They look fun to watch. I'm maybe biting the bullet soon and paying for Bally. Or no, it's FanDuel Sports Network now.
Yeah, I was going to say FanDuel Sports Network.
So I might bite the bullet just because they're both, like, all the Pistons clips I see, they are fun. The announcers for the Pistons are great. I think it's George something. I forget his name. George something. He's great. And then the Wings announcers are all-timers. Ken Daniels and Mickey Redmond. Just my entire life, they've been the Wings color commentary. But, yeah, I just want to throw that out there because I'm like, holy shit. Like, the Wings had won, I think they're 7-1-2 in their last 10 or something. The Pistons have won 7 in a row. It's good times down there. Pistons tickets are like the highest I've ever seen. We went and saw the Pistons play in the playoffs against the 1-seed Bucks with Giannis Antetokounmpo for cheaper than I could even get nosebleeds right now. We sat pretty decent. It was a playoff game.
When we went?
Yes.
I promise you it wasn't. It was in the middle of December.
No.
There was a polar vortex.
Oh, that's right. Why did I think it was a playoff game?
I was like, it was not playoffs. I can guarantee you that.
What playoff game? I must have went and saw the Pistons play as an 8 seed versus the Bucks then, because that's what it is in my head.
I mean, that hasn't happened in a while, but
No, I know, but no, the Pistons made the playoffs in like 2018. No, because that's when the polar vortex was, so they wouldn't have made it that year. Well, let's see. Hang on. No, you're 100% right, though. That was definitely January.
Well, while you're looking that up, too, you've got a fun Detroit Tigers team starting. Gritty Tigs, whatever you guys call them.
Gritty Tigs. The Pistons missed they've been missed the 8 seed by 6 games that year.
Oh. I mean, Gleyber Torres looks like a completely different man.
2018, 2019, the Pistons made the playoffs.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Jack Flaherty's back.
Are you being sarcastic right now?
No, not at all.
It feels like you're being sarcastic because it was a disappointing offseason for the Tigers.
At least you got a player. Our big signing was Mark Hanna to a minor league contract.
Well, no, you're gonna go get Ryan McMahon.
Ryan McMahon.
That's what I've been saying.
If we get that, I
saw that'd be a huge pick.
Very excited.
I saw Ryan McMahon, and then Joey Ortiz is gonna play short.
That'd be nice. Joey Ortiz at short, McMahon at third, Terang at second, Tyler Black, Reese Hoskins at first.
Yeah, let's go back to the Tigs, and then we can talk Brewers. But Jack Flaherty was huge. That's a big get. A little bit on the pricey side for a guy that
all pitching is pricing right now.
It is, and it's baseball too. So they always seem like, oh, we overpaid for him, but that's baseball nowadays. I don't know where the money's coming from. Baseball is the most boring sport to watch regular season of all time.
The TV contracts are through the roof.
It's crazy. Yeah, but I digress. Yeah, I saw we signed Chafin to is it Chafin or Chaffin? Andrew Chafin.
Chafin, yeah.
Signed him to a minor league deal. He's going to start in spring training, or not start, but play in spring training. Love that guy. He always sneaks his way right back onto a roster spot, and then we've traded him. I think we've traded him twice and brought him back for a third time, I think. But yeah, I mean, the rotation looks sexy. You got obviously Scoobs, Flaherty. Jesus, I couldn't think of his name. Jackson Jobe, Matt Manning, and I think Casey Mize, I think is what they're rolling with.
I've seen some good news about Casey Mize the last couple days.
He was pretty good.
His velocity's up like 4 miles an hour.
Yep. And then Jackson Jobe was hawking today. I don't even know how he did. I didn't look, but I saw he threw 99, 99, 100, 98 on his first 4 fastballs. So that's very exciting.
Yeah, he's going to be good.
See. How did he do? Jackson Jobe, 2 innings, 1 hit, 2 earned. Did he give up a tank? Yeah, he gave up a tank. Bullpen's going to be great. It's going to be the same thing as last year. If we can have people hit, we'll be good, but it's going to be a lot of 2-0, 1-0 games, I think, just like the tail end of last year was, where it was like, holy shit, if we could score a run, we'd win a lot of games. And I think that's going to be the same thing this year. But if you ask me we'll do a baseball preview eventually, obviously. But if you ask me for a prediction, I'd say wild card spot. Wild card spot with a frisky AL Central win.
I was going to say, you don't think they'll win the division?
The Guardians are the Guardians, and I feel like they didn't lose much. They lost Jimenez, but what else did they really lose? Just aging pitchers, really. And I think
Shane Bieber's back.
I got a hot take. Class A is going to be broken this year.
I think he might get traded.
Oh, to the Tigers, and then we fix him because we broke him.
No.
He actually...
Absolutely not. Oh, hey, you forgot about Reese Olson.
Oh, that's right. Matt Manning probably isn't a starter then.
Probably not. I'm just scrolling through ESPN's projected.
When Flaherty, pulls whatever in his back and is out on the IL for, 60 days, we'll need everybody. But yeah, you got Bo Brisky in the pen, Tyler Holton, Chafin is your middle reliever guy. I'm excited. Who's the Yankee guy we got? I can't think of his name. Help me out here. Fill in the blank.
Gleyber Torres.
Yes. He looks good in a Tigers uniform, I gotta say. No homo.
It's because he's got a beard now.
He looks good with a beard. That's where I was going with that. He looks fantastic with that beard. It wasn't the uniform that makes him look good. He just looks good with a beard. I can't wait to see him out there. Now, final thought, and we can talk about your Brewers since I got so much Detroit time. But Spencer Torkelson has to fix himself this year because I'm running out of belief. But I saw ChatGPT predicted the next 7 years for the Tigers, and Spencer Torkelson is going to be a stud. In 3 years, we're going to sign him to a max extension along with Riley Green. I forgot about Riley Green. He's been raking in spring training. Kerry Carpet Bombs was like 4 for 4 today or something. And this was against who was pitching for the Orioles? It was somebody good. It was Charlie Morton.
Oh.
But it was so the fun fact was that Charlie Morton was signed on June 30th, 2002, and Jackson Jobe was born July 30th, 2002.
That's wild.
One hell of a pitching matchup.
My question is, if Spencer Torkelson figures it out, where does he play? Because right now the projected infield is Colt Keith at first, Gleiber at second, Jace Young at third, Trey Sweeney at short, which I guess Gleiber...
Trey Sweeney's the best infielder I've ever seen in a Tigers uniform. So
yeah, and then Kerry Carpenter's a DH. So
who's in the outfield? Who's in the outfield?
Parker Meadows, Riley Green, and your best friend Matt Vierling.
So Matt Vierling is going to burn in hell, and then Kerry Carpenter can slide out to the outfield, and Torque could DH.
They both suck at fielding. But...
I legit think Torque is going to start in the minors. Unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised, especially if I don't know what he's got for options left.
My problem is
it would be better for them to start him in the minors and then call him up if they need somebody rather than starting him up and optioning him down, especially if he doesn't have options left.
Well, and then if you do like you did last year where you set him down, he gets kind of hot, you bring him back up, he sucks dick, now you send him down. I think they brought him up, sent him down 3-4 times last year. You can't do that. It kills
he
a guy's
only has
confidence.
3 options, so it wasn't that many.
Oh, I think it was twice then. He started in the majors last year because I remember my theory that he could just have one of these like really good year, horrible year, really good year. We call that a Dutch 200 in bowling when you go strike, spare, strike, spare, strike, spare. That's going to be Torque's career. He's going to have a Dutch 200 career. I'd be fine with that. You know what you do? You leave him in the majors on his good
It's
years.
Aaron Nola. That's Aaron Nola.
Is it?
Yeah.
And you take the good with the bad. I really like. The problem for me is that Torque, he did a media interview and he was talking about how he wasn't going to put in all this extra work because like the machine, it was something about the technology with the batting cage and what it can do. And he goes, yeah, I'm old fashioned. I don't like that stuff. I just want to time it up my old fashioned way. And it was something with the machine can like do this. And I don't remember it because I didn't bitch about it on here. I think we didn't record maybe, but it was bad. And it was basically like, it just made him seem lazy. But in his head, it was like, "Oh, I'm old school. You know, I'm gonna go in there and time it up myself." Like,
he's
brother,
not trying to overthink it. Yeah.
that shit's not working. So do whatever Aaron Judge is doing because that's who you were supposed to be.
Yeah.
You were supposed to be my little Aaron Judge. So
he's a quad A player.
He really is. He's probably the best example of a quad A player there ever was because he goes down to Toledo and fucking rips. Joe Adell's a good one too.
Yeah, Spencer Torkelson's the second best quad A player behind Joe Adell.
They're just two different players. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
You want to talk about your Brewers?
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say. The biggest thing right now is we need a third baseman because I really don't want to see Oliver Dunn do it. I'd be fine with Caleb Durbin.
You got a dude named Oliver Dunn?
Yeah.
That is not a guy you want in your major league rotation.
No.
Or lineup, I should say. No. Oliver Dunn. What's the pitching looking like?
So
ass?
I'll get to that. I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
If we can get Ryan McMahon, I think our entire I don't want to say our entire offseason is a win. But that's a pretty good step. I think our biggest thing is third base. Like I'm fine with Joey Ortiz at short. Rhys Hoskins is probably going to have a bounce back year. Garrett Mitchell, love the guy. Churio in left. Yelich DHing, Mitchell in center. Sal Frelick, who apparently has put on like 25 pounds of pure muscle this offseason.
Come on.
Little Italian guy. I trust it.
Well, 25 pounds
After
of
he
muscle
hit
for him
that
is when you're
fucking-
like, ooh, I gained 5 pounds.
Well, he's 5'8", so 25 pounds goes a long ways. But no, after he hit that fucking nuke in the offseason, apparently, or in the playoff game, he was like, you know what? I want to do this more often.
Okay, so I was going to shit talk you that you saw that on Twitter or something, but I'm literally reading it on MLB.com. So
Yeah, no, I was going to say that's a fact.
no picture, though. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Is this him? Hang on. No, that's not him. Who is that? That's Garrett Mitchell.
Garrett Mitchell's a good-looking guy.
Is
no homo.
Is Frelick lefty?
Yeah.
Dude, some of these videos, their dick just pops right in your face. Dude, because they wear these tight ass shorts. Like, I don't want to see your imprint, bro. Okay, Frelick, he's jacked.
Yeah.
I just saw it. Holy shit.
So that's the lineup side. The pitching side, the first 4 I'm fine with. The 5th guy is what worries me right now. So right now it's Freddie Peralta, Nestor Cortez, great addition. Very excited for that.
Ass.
No, I'm very excited for that. Tobias Myers, dog, Cy Young candidate probably. Aaron Savali,
not in the third
fine.
spot.
He's a 4th.
Aaron Savali has he had cancer, didn't he? No, that was Carrasco.
Yeah, I was gonna say. And then the 5th guy right now is Aaron Ashby. And in his first spring training start, I think he went like 1 inning, like 3 walks, 2 runs, a strikeout. Like, it wasn't good. And he's already proven that he's not good. So I just need Brandon Woodruff to get healthy as soon as possible, or us to sign a guy or bring up Jacob Mizorowski and let him be a starter. So,
what was I going to say? What do you think Scooble's Cy Young yards are?
probably juice to all hell. I will say, I think the Brewers are going to win the Central, even though the Cubs made huge additions.
Cubs look stacked.
Cubs do look stacked, but their manager is a beta.
Scooble's the favorite at plus 400.
What is the NL? I'm assuming Burns.
Skeens at plus 300.
Oh, shit, duh.
Wheeler plus 750. Sale plus 800. Blake Snell plus 1,000. Corbin Burns plus 1,200.
I guess that makes sense because he's in the NL West. He's got to go up against the Dodgers.
Freddie Peralta plus 2,800. There's some value there.
Nope.
There's some value there.
Nope. He'll never be.
Where did Burns go?
1-1.
D-backs? That's right.
Yeah.
Ooh, Rookie of the Year.
Oh, yeah. Wait, let me guess. AL Rookie of the Year, Jackson Holliday still up there? I don't know if he qualifies anymore.
He must not qualify because he's not even on here.
I don't know if he played enough games. AL is going to be Roman Anthony or Christian Campbell. NL is Roki Sasaki.
Wrong on both AL. NL correct.
Okay. Who's AL?
Jason Dominguez.
Okay. Yeah.
That dude, so he was like the peak card of when we were both really into cards. So the fact that he's up for Rookie of the Year 4 years later is insane to me.
Well, I mean, he is still really fucking good.
Jackson Jobe plus 1,000. Jace Young plus 1,800. Trey Sweeney plus 3,000.
No.
They remember last year? I think I took like Parker Meadows at like plus 1,000 for Rookie of the Year or something. Why do they juice the Tigers? Guess the second favorite in the NL. Wait, why can't I get Wyatt Langford for the AL? Too many games?
Yeah, he played a full season.
Kumar Rocker plus 2,000 in the AL.
I have no idea who the second in the NL is.
Dylan Cruz.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Jordan Lawler? Damn. I know these names.
That will be the show under a month. So excited.
I think I'm going to actually not play this year. I played the last one for 3 weeks. It's just dead to me. It's the same thing. And I suck
so
at
much
it.
Better.
They
added college.
They only added 8 teams. I'll get it when I can play as Michigan. I don't give a shit about. You're only happy because Tennessee's in it.
And Vandy.
Reliever of the year. Guess the favorites.
NL reliever of the year. Oh God, all the good ones went to the AL. AL, I'm gonna go Class A. NL, I've got no fucking idea. Probably Tanner Scott.
He's up there, but no. Edwin Diaz.
Oh, duh. Should we do a quick rip of the MLB grade quick? Brewers are on.
Yeah, we can. Are you sure you want to try it? Your connection's been phenomenal.
Yeah, that's fine. We're good.
If we do that, we should probably skip the top 5.
Okay, fine. Let's just do top 5 then.
Okay.
We
can do the grid together after this.
Okay. Top 5 is. Are we doing it where if you take it, I can't?
I think we did do that last time, right? No. Let's share for this one, but we'll have to remember. I think last time we did, you can't take it.
Okay.
But I didn't prepare any backups, so that's why I'm kind of like, let's both have them. So
yeah, we got to get warmed up again.
I'll let you go. Should we go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1?
Ooh. Let me get my 5th. I was debating on you go with your 5 and give a little reasoning.
Okay. So my number 5 is Major League. It's a very good movie. I love Charlie Sheen. He's hilarious. Wild thing, you make my heart sing. But the main reason it's 5, it was on my mind. I knew it was going to be on my list, and then I just thought of other movies that hit me harder than Major League did. But Major League is very good, very good. But it's a 5 spot. Probably would have been honorable mention now that I remember another one that I was thinking of. No, that one would be Flippy Floppy actually.
Okay, I think at my 5. At my 5, I'm gonna go The Sandlot.
Ooh, not even on my list. That's a miss.
I think it could be higher. Yeah, I probably should have flipped one of these now that I'm looking at my list. I like The Sandlot, but I don't think I've watched it enough to put it very high on my list. I will say it was on the other day when I forgot where Paige and I were. We were out to dinner or something at a bar, and it was on. And it was the Wendy Peppercorn scene at the pool. And I was like, this is the scene. And Paige's like, what is that? She's like, is that The Sandlot? And I was like, yeah. I was like, have you never seen it? She's like, no. It's like, missing out.
I've seen that movie no less
she
than
could
100
have been
times.
She could have been Wendy Peppercorn.
Yep.
Be happily ever after.
Yep.
No.
Yep. Wendy was bad too. She was bad.
Yeah.
My number 4. So initially I was thinking Rocky. I was like, oh, I really like that movie. And then I was like, yeah, let me throw a fighting movie in there just to, mix it up, or else they'll all be football movies. And then I realized that I like Creed more than Rocky. So I put Creed at number 4. Creed's a fantastic movie. Michael B. Jordan, great actor. And I think today's cinema with the what's the term? The CGI and the effects and just the quality makes it better than Rocky. Rocky's like a heartwarming, like, oh yeah, I remember Rocky first time watching that, but Creed's like, damn, that was a kick-ass movie. So that's why I like Creed at 4.
A hot take for another movie that I don't think is going to be in either of these. It's a fighting movie. Roadhouse, the new one though. I like the new one.
I still haven't seen it. It's on my list. I need to start banging out movies because I've got a list to watch.
My number 4, Happy Gilmore.
Ooh, yep. Honorable mention for me.
I'm very excited for number 2.
Me too.
Max Homa's going to be in it. Or Will Zalatoris. One of them is going to be
I know
in
there was a couple professionals that were going to be in it.
Mm-hmm. Very excited.
Adam Sandler also like rarely misses, and I know that the remake is going to be good.
I have a take after this. Go ahead.
After our picks?
Yeah, because I have a movie that is questionable that could be in here.
Okay. My number 3, I went with Moneyball. Fantastic movie. Too low? You think too low? Or you missed it? Too low? Yeah, Moneyball is a movie that I have seen at least 250 times. I think it's Jonah Hill's best role.
Yeah.
I think he played a very, very good part in that movie. And then
Brad Pitt too.
Brad Pitt's phenomenal. I almost forgot to even mention him, but I love when they would stitch in, he's watching on the TV and it's the actual A's that went on that run. Heartwarming movie. Hot take in the movie, they should have had him win it all. You don't have to be entirely perfectly accurate. They should have won it.
Yeah, but that wasn't the point. The point was like they built success on little money.
Yeah, true. But yeah, I've got it at 3. You'll see why, and I think you're going to shit talk me, but I'm pretty sure you haven't seen my number 2, so you won't get it.
Okay. My number 3 is The Blind Side.
Okay. Yep. That was
pretty.
My thing with The Blind Side is the football scenes aren't that great. So in terms of a sport movie,
That's fine, but Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock. Also, the truck crash scene always pulls on the heartstrings.
Fun fact, they are from Memphis. They still own some of the Taco Bells around here. The Tooties.
The actual people. Oh, no shit.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I mean, so was Michael Orr. He went to school right around here.
Well, I know he's an actual person, but I'm talking. Yeah. He's from Memphis?
He went to school around here once he lived with them. They were from Mississippi.
Okay.
But, I mean, with all their sketchy shit that they did, he went to school somewhere around here.
My number 2 is The Big Lebowski. Have you ever heard of it?
I've heard of it. I've never watched it.
Okay. So it's a bowling movie. You guys know I'm a big bowler. Good comedy. Questionable on if it's a sports movie, I'm now realizing. However, I bet you if I Google best sports movies, I can find The Big Lebowski on a list somewhere. I just love this movie. It's just hilarious, and the bowling is good. It's goofy, and the best scene is, what's that dude's name? Something good. What the fuck is his name? John Gooden.
Oh yeah, John Gooden.
He just rages out so good in this one scene, and he's like, basically the guy fouled, and he's like, no, I didn't foul. Mark me down for a 7. He's like, no, you fouled. And then it escalates to the point that he's pulling a gun out in the bowling alley, threatening to shoot this guy over a foul. So that's my favorite scene in almost any movie ever. I've never laughed harder than when he pulls that gun out in a bowling alley. But yeah, that's my 2. I love that movie. What's your 2? I'm not sure where you're going here. I know what your number 1 is, I think.
Yeah, you do. My number 2 is the one that I feel like I probably should have flipped. It's Field of Dreams. Don't get me wrong, great movie. I do love the movie. I love Kevin Costner. Movie's got super deep meaning. But after looking at my list, I feel like I probably could have flipped that with like The Sandlot.
You're missing a big movie on your list. You'll find out when I say my
probably
number
missing
1.
a lot. There's only 5. Yeah, I know of 2 right now that I debated on putting on here. I just haven't watched them enough to say that they're in my top 5.
You want to know a secret?
What?
Never seen Field of Dreams. Never seen it.
Homework assignment.
I guess I should put that on my list. Yeah, I remember when they played that first Field of
Dreams
game.
They built a whole fucking place for it.
When they played that first game, I was like, oh, I got to watch this movie. Never really got back to it and watched it.
So good.
My number 1 is Friday Night Lights.
Wait, I want to. I was gonna guess.
Were you gonna guess that movie?
It was either that or Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans is very good. I didn't want to go too much football. In reality, Remember the Titans is probably top 5 for real. Remember the Titans over Major League probably. But I didn't want to go too football heavy, although I'm a big football guy. But anyways, Friday Night Lights is the best sports movie ever. You laugh, you cry, you scream, you yell. It's the most authentic football movie, in my opinion. And it birthed my favorite TV show. The TV show is phenomenal. But the movie, you can't recreate the type of pain that you feel when he's... Have you seen it?
Yeah, not in a long time though.
Okay, you can't recreate the type of pain you feel when you're 10 years old watching that with your dad, and he's short of the goal line in the state championship against the big bad Dallas Carter. What the hell was there? I think they were just the Dallas Carter Mustangs, maybe.
You know, the mom from the show, like the actress that plays the mom in the show, is actually in the movie too.
Same with the Buddy Garrity. He's in the movie as well.
Oh, he is?
Same role. He's a booster in the movie.
Didn't even realize.
Yep. But that might be my favorite movie ever. Period. Yeah, that movie I've watched quite a bit. Tim McGraw's in it too.
Yep.
Tim McGraw should have won some sort of award for that movie because he played a perfect asshole. He was phenomenal.
Tim McGraw's a great actor.
Period. What else is he in?
The
Blindside. Blindside, that's right. Not Moneyball.
Yeah.
Blindside.
Speaking of Moneyball, that's my number one.
I figured.
I love Moneyball.
It's so good.
Every time I get MLB The Show, first thing I do is start a franchise, try and play Moneyball with it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
I've tried to recreate Moneyball in fantasy football leagues. Didn't work. Remember when I did that shit?
Yeah, you fucking named your team something about Billy Bean too.
I think my team name was Billy Bean's Biscuits or something like that.
Yeah,
and then my picture was just Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just
honorable
Billy
mentions?
Bean. Honorable mentions, there's too many. I wanted to put Remember the Titans obviously should have been on my list. Sandlot.
Do you want to
honorable mention for me?
My questionable movie, if it would count, when you started talking about Adam Sandler, Uncut Gems ran through my head.
Oh. Ooh. You know what's funny is I think
movie.
people don't like that movie. I think we're in
a lot of people hate
we're
that
in
movie.
a weird crowd that loved it. I loved that movie.
Yep.
That actually might be the last movie I went and saw at a theater too. I think it is because that was before COVID.
I've seen quite a few since then.
I'm currently like Sid will not go see a movie, and I'm not going to the movies alone. And then after I moved away from you guys, I feel like I haven't seen a movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, Uncut Gems, I loved it. I couldn't believe when I saw people were hating on it. And then I still to this day, like the clips will pop up on TikTok and people are hating on it. This movie was dumb. This movie was dumb. It's like, I guess you're not a true gambler because that movie was fucking awesome. That movie was phenomenal. What else? What was my other Miracle? Fantastic. What the hell? Ooh, you know another top 5 idea is ranking 30 for 30s. Top 5 30 for 30s. I don't know how many of those you've watched. Yeah. I've watched almost all of them.
All right, I got a couple honorable mentions quick.
You go ahead, because I can't think of the name of this freaking movie.
Cinderella Man, boxing movie. Never
seen
seen that. You should watch it. Very good. Does The Karate Kid count?
No.
Okay. Rudy.
Hot take. Rudy's trash.
No. What's the Invincible? The one with Mark Wahlberg?
Never seen it.
He's a Philadelphia Eagles. Great movie.
I've seen a lot of clips on TikTok, though.
Trouble with the Curve is okay.
Go on the curve.
I don't know.
The Longest Yard.
Yup.
That's one I couldn't think of. That's a good movie.
Yup.
That's kind of like the comedy sports movies I struggle with because that's more comedy than sports. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Replacements.
Cars, you could say.
Ooh, Cars should have been in the top 5 if we're counting that as a sports movie. I'm
trying to think of like racing movies. I feel like there's a big one that I can't think of.
F1.
Ricky Bobby.
Talladega Nights. No, what's the Ford versus Ferrari?
I haven't watched it, but I've heard it's really good.
Is Rush the one you're thinking? Hoosiers is good. You know what we were talking about on Monday at bowling? So we were talking about Dusty May and how great he's been for Michigan this year, and then how bad Juwan was. And then I'm the only Michigan fan on the team, so it's kind of the state fans were talking about it, and they go, well, what do you think? And I was like, I hated the fucking guy ever since he slapped Greg Gard. And they were like, yeah, you'd think that would be a fireable offense. And I'm like, yeah. And it's crazy, too, because I tried to, like, defend it. And then I realized that was stupid. Fast and Furious, by the way, for sports movies. But then it kind of turned into a joke because I told him that I lived with you and you were a Wisconsin fan. So I made a joke out of it because I knew it got you heated. And then where was I going with this? Oh, no. Shit. Where was I going with this? Shoot.
Oh, 42, also another great movie.
I lost my point, bro. That is a good movie. Where was my point going with Jawan? I don't know. He slapped the coach and didn't get fired. I think that maybe that's what it was. Like, oh wow, that's crazy. Oh, I'm back to my point now. He slapped the coach and didn't get fired, right? And then somebody goes, I mean, did Bob Knight ever even touch another coach? And I was like, no. I'm like, I'm sure he was cussing him out every game, but at the end, that man shook hands. It's like, that's the difference. I said, I don't even know if another coach has ever put his hands on another coach at that high of a level. And then he still came back.
I thought of two more baseball movies that are great. Bad News Bears, number one. And
is that the one with chicks?
No, the Bad News Bears is like a bunch of kids. Oh. And the coach is, what's his name? I don't remember what his name is. And then
Billy Bob Thornton.
Yes, Billy Bob Thornton. What's the baseball one about the three fucking dudes, guy with the helmet?
Fuck,
I love that movie.
It's so funny. What's the guy's name? Is it Archie?
Reggie Jackson's in it. No.
He's like Archie, come on out, the sun. Oh, did you see that?
No.
I just spit all over my hand. It's a huge loogie. Oh my god. I gotta see if you can see that on the recording. That was disgusting. That was sick. Oh, what's the name of that movie?
I don't know. It's gonna piss me off until I figure it out too.
I'll Google. What's the main actor that's in that? There's two of them. David Spade.
Yeah.
Benchwarmers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Number 2, by the way, horrible.
Yeah, garbage movie. I was just gonna say that too.
Yeah.
We got to go back and watch the instant replay of me trying to do that hiss and just watch it. It shot out. It's gonna be. I got good lighting too. You're gonna see that you probably saw it start and go. Disgusting. Well, I think that wraps us. We managed to make this a pretty good episode. So, yeah, new listeners, I apologize. I don't usually spit on myself in every episode. So, with that said, have a great weekend. Let's hit some tanks, throw some tutties, and we'll see you next week.
Oh, wait.
You can't do that to me.
I should mention for the giveaway.
You can't do that to me after I hit the outro. I literally hit the outro.
Download Phantom Wallet if you don't already have a crypto wallet. It'll let you hold DFS. So that's all.
If people want to buy the coin, they're going to go to Twitter and figure out how to buy it. You really interrupted I'm cutting that. I'm cutting that shit. There is no way you interrupted my outro to hit that. Have a great weekend. Let's hit some thanks. We'll see you next week.
Peace.